Alright, Fairy Tale. This week was episode 221, The Labyrinth of White. And it basically is an episode, just an episode. The only people in the episode are Natsu, Lucy, and Happy, and they are out on a mission to collect some magic never melt ice from Mount Hakube. Or it's not necessary. It's very hard to melt, not necessarily impenetrable, but it has some other anonymous random features, properties to it that aren't really worth mentioning. And they, being in a very snowy mountain, it's very blizzard. They get hit with a blizzard, which is very common in mountains, especially ones that are snow covered. And they take refuge in a cave, and they try and Natsu's like, let's, instead of staying by the entrance, let's go and explore a little. And they end up quickly finding out that they found the legendary living ice cave of the mountain that closes behind them, trapping them inside. And they quickly become lost. And they apparently get lost for several days in this cave, labyrinth-like cave with little food or sleep. And now it's pretty. It's funny because they're trying to stay awake, and the only way they can stay warm is with Natsu's fire magic, and they have to keep they have to keep hitting him because he keeps trying to fall asleep, and even it's a little funny. And the funniest part is when they get so sleep deprived, they start hallucinating. That's the funny part because then Lucy starts hallucinating that she won some award for being a fabulous novelist, and her one of her prizes is a nice hot bath. So she starts to undress and sit in a pool of ice water, thinking it's full of hot water. And you're friggin' Natsu, who's dreaming about food, hallucinating about food and whatnot. And then eventually, of course, they figure out that they snap out of it, and um, and then they eventually find the exit to the cave and retrieve a sample. But before they of these special ice that they've been looking for, and before they can get out, they are attacked by a giant octopus-like monster. But unfortunately, because they've been spent several days without food or sleep, they are too fatigued to fight. And just when they think they can't, it chases them down the mountain. And just when they thought that they were going to be, taken out by this monster because they were too weak to fight him, she remembers, oh, one of the properties of the ice is that it can restore your energy. So Natsu eats it and is restored. His energy is restored, so he can defeat the monster. And then they immediately collapse in exhaustion because then they realize that because of the ice, Natsu ate the ice. They got to start over again. So that was kind of slightly funny, I guess, at the end. But overall, it was an okay episode. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. And the preview for next week's episode is they're making an episode out of that one extra chapter, I guess you call it, where Natsu and Lucy try to learn transformation magic. So I mean that should be interesting to see what they do with that. And now I don't. So it's definitely just curious how much longer they're going to be doing filler episodes before they get back to canon, because it's been, like I said, it's been a while since we've gotten because I don't remember when they started the next was it the what was the I'm trying to remember what was Trying to look at the because it's kind of. Okay. I'm trying to figure out like based on the titles of the coming chapters what or episodes if any of the episode titles indicate a switch to canon, and it doesn't look like it because I'm trying to think. Was it it looks like uh probably because the next couple of episodes are called don't look like it because there's Kiki someone arriving Kiki chemo and the place you came before, the Thunderman and Fairy Tale of the Dead. Sounds more like a Halloween episode. I don't know why they would do a Halloween fillerish type episode, but whatever. Anyway, this week's Fairy Tale was okay.